4 years ago, flight MH370 took off for Beijing. 40 minutes later, it reached the edge of Malaysian airspace.
Malaysian 370, contact Ho Chi Minh 120.9.
Malaysian 370.
These are the last words heard from the aircraft. All contact is lost. MH370 vanishes.
The world watched as families grieved. No passenger has ever been found. What happened to MH370 and its 227 passengers?
Outlandish theories run wild. The plane was hijacked and taken to North Korea. It was shot down by a secret military weapon, or it's sitting on the tarmac somewhere on a remote desert island.
There is a possibility of an in-cockpit fire that disabled the crew.
I think hijacking is, it's a live theory.
It's mass murder. It's somebody crashing those people into the ocean.
Hours after MH370 vanished, search operations began at the last known position of the plane.
But several days of non-stop hunt finds nothing. No clues, no evidence.
What happened? How could an aircraft that big crash into the ocean or crash anywhere and just simply be gone?
Investigators turn to the flight manifest for clues. They immediately focus in on one item.
Theory number 1, an onboard fire. Lithium batteries, when subjected to damage or heat, can explode and catch fire.
Previous consignments of lithium-ion batteries have brought airplanes down. They completely destroyed aircraft which became uncontrollable and crashed.
They are most volatile just after manufacture.
The 500 pounds on board MH370 were assembled just 24 hours before the aircraft disappeared.
Did a cargo fire overwhelm MH370? But new findings raised new theories. Theory number 2, a passenger hijack.
Malaysian Air Force military radar data shows the aircraft didn't stick to its flight path to Beijing. MH370 dramatically changed course.
MH370 appeared to be under direct human control for a period of time.
Someone was in control of the aircraft. There's little doubt about that. Where the mystery is why they turned around and whether the turnaround was done intentionally or whether it was done forcibly.
MH370's passenger manifest throws fuel on the hijack theory.
2 passengers are traveling on stolen passports. Interpol reveals they're Iranian nationals. Investigators suspect they could be hijackers.
Was MH370 redirected by hijackers? But there's a giant hole in this theory. What was their motive?
No one claimed responsibility for it. There was no demand after it. It doesn't fit the mold.
And when Malaysian police investigate further, they discover the 2 Iranians have no links to any terrorist group. They're economic migrants en route to Europe.
New findings point to another shocking theory. Theory number 3, pilot suicide. All modern aircraft are tracked via its transponder and ACARS. But in the case of MH370, both were switched off.
It's easy to do. The transponder, all you have to do to get the transponder off is turn a switch, and it's off.
But the ACARS is in the electronics bay, deep below passenger cabins.
If you want to disable it completely, you have to come down here and literally pull the plug out of the wall.
Both trackers require technical knowledge to be switched off. And 16 days after MH370 disappears, a huge discovery.
Investigators discover that long after its transponder and ACARS were switched off, MH370 continued to transmit signals to a satellite used to monitor aircraft movements.
Signals reveal that MH370 flies for over 5 more hours. 16 months into the search, the first plane debris was finally found.
It's a section of wing known as a flaperon, and it might explain exactly how the plane came down.
We see crushing on both edges of the flaperon, proving to us that that flaperon was squeezed. The way that it was squeezed and the marks that it left could only be made if the flaps were extended.
Most experts believe that the flaperon was switched into a landing position when it hit the sea.
That aircraft was ditched into the ocean. The only way the flaps can get extended is by being selected in the cockpit by a human, by an individual who did it.
53-year-old Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah becomes the prime suspect.
Hi everyone, this is a YouTube video.
He really enjoyed airplanes. It was a very central part of his life. He even had a flight simulator at his home.
That flight simulator throws up an alarming find.
1 month before the plane's disappearance, he plotted a route south over the Indian Ocean that terminates over open water. It's very similar to MH370's predicted flight path.
Did Captain Shah disable its trackers, change course, and send him and 238 others to their deaths? But this theory has never been definitely proven.
When investigators examine his background, they discover Captain Shah is financially secure. There's no history of psychological problems, no hint of conflict. They draw a blank.
The mystery continues to deepen. In August 2017, the man who was investigating MH370 was murdered in cold blood. And even after 4 years of searching, the main body of the plane remains missing. As recent as January 2018, MH370's search vessel vanished for 3 days.
My position was, they'll find it. We always have. But in this case, we haven't found it. It's aviation's greatest mystery.